Hello, everyone. Welcome in the Friday Fox show. Right on time. Right on time. No stress. Right on time. Let's go. Welcome in the Friday Fox show, season number 3 already, episode number 2. And today we have a very foxy, very special guest. I love foxes, and we are 2 foxes to entertain you this afternoon or this evening, depending where you're from. Hello, Aiden. Welcome again. Second time you come here. I mean, not here, but on the show.
Thanks for having me back. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
It's been like what exactly? Pretty much exactly a year.
It's been a year. It's actually been a year. Season 2, you were one of the last one to come on the season 2, and you just became partner. I remember exactly. We did season 2, the episode, and you became partner like one day before or something like that. And we talked about it a lot. It was crazy. Congratulations again, even though it's been like a year.
Yeah, I have like a partner anniversary stream thing coming up soon too. So
oh my god! So right about
it's been crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about, guys. We already talked a lot about. I mean, not a lot because we could talk about it for much longer. But we talked a bit about your streaming, how you became a furry, how did you join the fandom, etc. on the last episode already. So today we are going to focus a little bit more about the thing that we are doing right now, which is streaming. Hello, we are streamers. Are we live? Thank you, X-Ring, for the sub, by the way. Really appreciate it. And we are going to talk about something that, is both of us are full-time streamer. And while a lot of people from the audience, they understand what it means, perhaps they don't understand all the complex thing that there is about being a full-time streamer, because it seems like a pretty good deal to play games and stream, but in the end, you end up working way more than when you have let's say, a more conventional job. So I want to start with asking the question, like, it's been now a bit that you've been a full-time streamer, but how was it? What made you take the decision to quit your job? Was it stressful? How was it for you to become a full-time streamer, Aiden?
Oh god, it was like so stressful. It's probably the most stressful choice I've ever made in my life, honestly. So I was a full-time professional chef for like 15 years, and it was like by the time I was like getting to the point where I was like considering doing it full-time, I was so burnt out on cooking. I couldn't stand my job anymore. I was so frustrated all the time, and it's like it's so hard to go from being frustrated with your real job every day, day in and day out, to then come and do streaming where it's like, this is amazing, I love this is so exciting, you know, it's always like a good time, it's always positive vibes, people are super supportive, and I don't know, so I went out, I had to leave my job on disability for like 6 weeks because I had like a foot injury. And while I was out on disability, I was like, the weeks were ticking by. I was streaming a lot more during that 6 weeks. And I got to the day I had to go back, and I was just like anxious the entire night. I was so anxious the entire night. And I ended up staying up the entire night. And it was like, I think it was like 4 a.m.
Oh my
I had
God.
to be up at like 6 a.m. I was like 4 a.m. I was just like, I'm not going to go back. I'm just not gonna go back.
What?
So that was just like,
my God.
Yeah, I was just, I'm not gonna go back. I just frustrated. Like I was planning on trying to do it. Like this was in July. I was planning on trying to do it in like September or October, basically, depending on how things were going. Because I was trying to build up like a nest egg just in case, like, oh, what happens if something doesn't work out, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like, I have to go back to work, and I just couldn't go back. So I was like, yeah, I just basically quit. I was like, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
So you called them at 4 a.m. and you were like, oh no, in the morning, all right. And you were like, I'm not going back.
Basically, yeah. I called HR like as soon as they opened. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back.
Man, that's great when it goes as smooth as that. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like they were really nice and everything. Like it was a good place to work. It's just I was so frustrated with my coworkers and everything.
Yeah.
I was there for like 8.5 years and trying to move up over and over and over again, and they kept like dangling the carrot in front of me, like, oh, just do a little bit more, And it's like every time I got like a performance review, it was like, oh, you're A+ in every single category we have.
But
Okay, cool. Can we get a promotion then? No. Okay, yeah. So it was
that
just like,
sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
why am I stressing about this? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
So I guess like cooking at the beginning was your passion, and then it became your job, and then because it was your job and shitty conditions, you kind of lost the thing for cooking. But is it still like? I mean, would you still see yourself cooking like, I don't know, in the future, or is it gone forever? Like you don't think you will come back there?
I'm still really burnt out on it. I could see
Alright.
myself going back to it if I need to, but like right now it's like originally I was planning on doing like a cooking show for streaming and stuff like that, and like the more I get away from it, the less I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just not.
It's better to
I'm
take
just,
a
like,
big break from it for as long as possible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like get out of it for as long as I can, and
Alright.
like I still like talking about food and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just the thing about cooking is as an industry, it seems really good,
Yeah.
and then you actually start doing it, and the pay is really crappy, the hours are really crappy, like it's super high stress physically and mentally, like. I'm 35-year-old and I have like the body of like a 50 or 60-year-old in terms
Because
of,
of
just, like,
that.
damage to my body.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Not
like
worth it.
waking up super early, I guess, doing a lot of work before and actually cooking, and then oh my god, yeah. I think we talked a little bit about
I had
it.
one job where
Yeah, sure. Go on.
I
Sorry.
had one job where I did 120 hours a week.
Jeez. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. That's not something you cannot do at streaming also. Like you can stream 120 hours a week also, but I guess it's way more painful if you have to actually like prepare stuff, cut vegetables, cook, listen to your boss yelling on you and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess it's fun when you're like at the top, you're like the chef of the chef. So you're just like in Ratatouille, you're giving the orders. But when you're like a sous chef or something else, then it probably sucks.
Yeah, sous chef is the worst position in the kitchen because you get crapped on by your cooks because they think you're doing a bad job, and you get crapped on by your chef because you have to manage the cooks. So you're like in
Oh
between
my
both
God.
of these groups, and it's brutal. It's
And what
just-
was your position?
why?
What was your position in the kitchen?
Like the last job I was at, I was a cook. I did sous chef stuff for a little bit.
All right.
Like I wasn't officially titled a sous chef at my last job, but I basically did all the sous chef job and stuff. Like I would write recipes, I would do ordering and
Oh my God, yeah.
vet recipes. I would go around the entire kitchen. I would constantly cover for sous chefs if they were like out, and like, so I was doing all that job. It's just
Not paid for
no
it.
title officially, and no pay for it. And
Oh
so,
my
I mean, to
God.
be fair, I was making more than some of the sous chefs there already, just because
Yeah.
I had been there for so long. But yeah, it was like
All right.
dumb. Why? Yeah, I want to move
Yeah.
on further, but
Yeah, yeah. I remember we talked about it on the last Friday Fox show, and you actually kind of like. I mean, we only talked about the goods. You said some crazy stories about you cooking for like Gordon Ramsay and Rihanna. Also, it was this I remember. All my life.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, sorry.
Beyonce.
You know, I told that to my family. I was like, I met a guy on VR chat. He literally cooked for Gordon Ramsay, and I mean that's crazy. Like it was absolutely crazy. I mean, I guess it's some good memories but there is probably way more worse stuff to remember about. But yeah, it's funny. I mean, that's what I remembered from last time we talked about it. So then you called HR, you made the switch, and was it like for you less stressful after, or even more stressful? Because when you start into streaming, the thing is that it's just like jumping in the void. A lot of streamers, they have the problem of thinking that everything created is very fragile. Like even I have this problem. Like yeah, but from one day to another, they could be like everyone like bye, who are you, whatever. And this is the problem when you're a streamer. It's like jumping in the void. For me, like I became a full-time streamer, but I didn't really have a choice. It was because like I was following Keep around like when he was doing his PhD and stuff, and going into another country, foreign country, I have not a lot of school degrees and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I didn't have a lot of options as well. I was like, okay, what do? I do mechanic stuff, maybe, perhaps. And I decided to try to do what I do best and become a streamer. But how was it for you? This jump in the void. How was it?
Absolutely terrifying. So here's the thing. You go from having a guarantee, like you work hours, you get paid for those hours, right?
Yeah.
You go from having a guaranteed paycheck to not ever knowing, like, yeah, like you said, like you have this sense of like it could all just disappear the next day.
The stress.
Like everyone, it's like
Yes.
you might just go live and suddenly it's like, oh, there's only like 10 people viewing or something like that.
Right, which is already
what if you
great,
get
but
banned
yeah.
or yeah, it's like what do you do? Like it's scary. And it's such an anxiety inducing feeling.
Yeah.
I can equate it to like if you've ever been like working towards, sorry, my like fingers messed up. If you've ever been like,
no worries.
Yeah, I'm not flipping anybody off, I promise.
No, but you look great, no worries. Don't be self-conscious. Just talk.
Yeah, it was but yeah, it's like it's kind of it reminded me of kind of like when I was pushing to partner. Like every time you pay attention to numbers, and it's like, oh my god, number going up, number going down. Number going down is always bad. It's like suddenly there's like, okay, well there was like 10 less people watching this stream. It's like, oh god,
why?
Is this the decline? Is this the start of the decline? Do I need to start panicking? Do I need to I need to start job hunting already? You know, so it's like every little dip
like
in
that,
anything, it always feels like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not having the financial security of the work hours received pay is super stressful. It just fills your mind all the time, I feel like.
The worst part is like at every beginning of the month. Usually when you work like a normal job, I mean, you get paid and then you're like, oh my god, I received my pay. However, on Twitch, when it's like the first of the month, you go on your stats, whatever, it's written like 0. Like, how much money will I get paid next month? Bro, that's the most traumatizing feeling that there is, I think. I don't know for you, but for me, it's like, okay, everything is to do again. And the thing is that also this has a very bad, thing on, let's say, being motivated. When it goes down, it's hard to stay motivated to create good content, to be happy when you stream. And this is something that, of course, as a streamer, you try to hide as much as possible because you want people to have a good time. They are here to have a good time. You don't want to be like depressed dude 24/7. So this part was stressful when you became a full-time streamer. Then you have a lot of stuff to change. I mean, I didn't have to change a lot of stuff because I didn't have a real job before. But for you that had a schedule, you had planned schedule during the day. You knew what time you wake up. How was it for you to adapt your work schedule to come for streaming? Was it like a big change, or what is your schedule during the day?
Really,
usually?
Honestly, like
Yeah?
I normally have been streaming like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
I still just do that. I haven't really changed my schedule much at all. My original plan was like, once I do full-time streaming, I'm gonna do a lot more YouTube stuff and like make videos and do a lot more of that stuff. Unfortunately, like my VR setup has been like completely borked for like the last basically 9 months. It's 8 to 9 months, and it's been like super frustrating. But yeah, it's as far as like streaming goes, it hasn't been that big of a change in terms of like schedule. I feel like I'm doing a lot more like in the background now, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
of course, I know what you mean.
Like, there's so much stuff that you don't realize that like when we go live.
This is the fun part of the job.
Yes, that's the fun part of the job. The stuff that you don't pay attention to is keeping up on all the social media, like planning events,
this is crazy.
Games,
just something that
assets,
I noticed,
like all
about you. Something that I noticed that blows my mind is how you have time, as well as doing all the amazing things you do, to make some very crazy looking thumbnails for all the stream you do. I'm like, how does he do it? Like, what the fuck? Every time I see a thumbnail on Twitter, on Blue Sky, I'm like, what the fuck? This is so good. Like, I mean, this is amazing, like what you do with the thumbnails and stuff like that. And this is to show that he probably spends like an hour, 2 hours every time making those silly little thumbnails. This is absolutely crazy. Yeah. This is the work.
I have such a bad luck with that, where it's like the best ones I do is like something I've only played once and I never go back to.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, I get done with it. It was like, oh my god, this looks the lighting, the shadows, the highlights,
Yeah.
it looks so good. Oh, and I didn't really enjoy the game though. So
But I think that's how people they associate you as well when they see the thumbnail that you do. You might think that it's dumb, but like in a way, like that's how I see your content. I'm like, my god, he takes so much time to do this as polished, and then when I watch your stream, it's the same. Everything is very polished, very high quality. I mean, you might not feel that about yourself, but I mean, this is the problem about all the streamers, Aiden. You're gonna say it's shit. Of course, it is. It is what we say about it. But yeah, this is a lot of work in the background. Just guys, just as like this world that every asset in this world, they are made by me. I spent, I don't know, like 30 hours, maybe something like that. 30 hours. It took me like a good 30 hours, I would say.
this is only 30 hours? Are you kidding me?
But the outside is basically like cubes. So that's not even counting the camera system.
Fair.
The camera system was a
just
good
this
like
room
100
is
hours.
Like, yeah, that's, oh my god.
The camera system was
I like this fox sign over here. That's
yeah. This is my merch store. We cannot see that cameras, but this is the merch store that I have. This is the logo. There is a fox, like the logo of the fox nest. Literally. Merch.
Like
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think it was last show. Like I literally was like just signed with somebody for merch.
And I told you that I was gonna do it as well. I remembered. I literally remembered. I told you, if you want to do merch, I just started my thing, and if you want, we can do it together. And you were like, I just signed with the company.
After this. I'm done with that.
Literally, 100. I've been doing it for 1 year. This is the part of the thing as well because, well, I moved apartment. I have a way bigger rent to pay now. So streaming is just like, you know, the bare minimum to pay my part of rent, which is great. You know, like I'm thankful for this, you know, like I am just being a silly fox on the internet and I'm being able to pay my rent. This is absolutely amazing. I pay my bills, I pay my rent. But just, you know, I have a husband, you know, Christmas, you need to buy stuff in life as well. And this is why at the beginning, I was like, maybe I need to try to do something else. And at the same time, I did like the first merch thing that I did for like people in my stream, like 10 people had bought a shirt. I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. And then I went into it and I was like, wow, this is absolutely crazy. I love having my living room full of shirts, 100 shirts and packaging them myself.
You just have like a wall of stock that you,
Yeah, I have quite a few pictures like that. And well, it's going super well. I do also Dealer's Den now. It's absolutely amazing to do Dealer's Den.
Oh, nice.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I've not done a real one. It is really cool, yeah. But yeah, there we go. Let's talk about this later. It's not about the merch. I mean, we can talk about this is part of being a streamer as well. The emails that you receive about shitty brands, they are like, oh my God, we make a nice microphone. Do you want to make a video about it? And then I send an email back. I'm like, yeah, okay, but would you send the microphone for free to me? They're like, no, you need to buy it and test it, and then you have a chance to win $1,000. Like, fuck off. This is all my mails.
Have you gotten Raid Shadow Legends yet?
No, they didn't.
I just got Raid Shadow Legends. Like,
but is it
no, for Twitch. For Twitch. I got Raid Shadow Legends for Twitch.
I got paid by Fortnite.
Okay. No, I basically, they said, what's my rate? Which, this goes into a little deep into like streamer, like business side of stuff. Like typically if you're doing a sponsored stream, you have, it's called a CCV, which basically it means your average viewer.
Concurrent viewer,
yeah. So your base rate is usually like your CCV times hour stream is kind of like the industry standard. If you're like, you can add like 2 times or they might request like 0.75 times CCV times hour streamed or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I did for Raid? I basically said, I'll do it for 2 hours, but it's basically gonna cost 10 grand if you want me to do it.
I literally tried ballsy stuff.
There's no way they're gonna do this. There's no way they're gonna do it. But if they want to pay me 10 grand to play the game for 2 hours,
sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a meme of it, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, everyone's gonna like, I want everyone to come and just like pretend like they're super into it the entire time. I'll just laugh.
There was a VR chat competitor. I asked them like also like I think 2K. I was like, yeah, I will do it for 2K. They never answered. Never answered. And then Fortnite, it was like what? Fortnite was like 2 hours. You need to stream 2 hours, 1 hour, then 24 hours, then 1 hour, $200. Of course, I'm gonna play Fortnite 100%. Yeah, like for 2 hours, why not?
Yeah, if it's something you're actually playing already, it's like
Yeah, no, I was not playing it, but I had literally like a lot of friends in my team, like in the days Poggers. There's like a sign of Poggers just there, my old streaming team. And they had it as well. They received emails, so we decided to just do it all together. It was actually a very nice experience. We played Fortnite. I never touched the game again, but it was nice. Yeah.
That sounds fun. Yeah. I've never actually done a sponsored stream yet. Like I keep getting offers and I'm just like, it's usually for like $60 here or like $50 here. I'm just like, I don't want to subject my viewers to advertising unnecessarily.
In the Furry Fandom, we can.
Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like there's something also like that is crazy about the Furry Fandom that is absolutely amazing is that the community is like super supportive of streamers. Because if we were like streamers, for example, in the real world of normies, I don't think there'll be like as many people that want to subscribe, that are like donating and stuff like that. Like this is the Furry Fandom is so supportive of the creators, and this is absolutely crazy. And thanks to that, also, it means that like we can afford to not promote stuff on the stream when it's not absolutely like good thing or needed or whatever, which is like a great thing about
like
the furry community.
Like
yeah.
My rule of thumb is like I'll do a sponsor deal if it's like something I'm actually interested in doing. Like I'll reach out to games like starter like indie games and stuff like that where I'll be like, hey, I'm a streamer, are you interested in doing a collab because I like your game and I want to like play it.
But you're not asking for money.
Like well, no, it's like it's a money,
give me the game.
It's a money thing, but it's also like, hey, I want to work with you on this. Like I like the game. The one I did it for, I was trying to do it for, we actually had it set up, which ended up not working out, was the squirrel with a gun game.
Oh, yeah. On Twitter, yeah.
I was talking with the lead dev, and he's like, yeah, we're going to do, oh, no, I'm sorry, that's not the one. It was, it's a different one. It's like a battle royale squirrel game. I forgot. I can't remember the name of it.
I have no idea. I'm not the biggest gamer.
Yeah, it's fun,
I have to say.
But yeah, it was like fun, and but yeah, the dev was like, we're gonna work with me on a sponsor, and then
he was not liking furries.
Like they worked. Well, no, they liked me as furry and everything, because I like even said that I was like, hey, you're making a game about a squirrel, like I'm a furry. That's probably going to be good for you.
Yeah.
Furry bait game, like, and they ended up going with the new advertising company, and they were like, oh, we can't do it anymore. But the lead dev actually came into the stream when I did it anyway, because I was like, I like the game, I'm going to play it anyway. He dropped like 10 subs on me, which I was like, oh, that's really nice.
Oh my god, yeah, that's cool.
Out, but like, yeah, it was like super sweet.
But you still played the game, and it's cool to see that they understood the thing. I mean, to be fair, also like the furry community is, I think, thankfully not getting a lot like, let's say, mainstream advertisers that want to pay promotion on streams. Like, I've never seen a streamer get like for example, El Gato, first streamer get like a El Gato sponsorship, or like a Logitech or a Corsair or whatever. Which will, I mean, I am in between with that. I'm okay that like the furry community doesn't become like advertisers thing, like the thing we saw on Twitter, like with MSI and stuff like that. They were trying to go in, but at the same time, I mean, that would work. I think that would work. Yeah, sure, it's a bit weird to see like big giant fursuiters or VR chat avatars with products, but I think that would work. So
my goal is to get sponsored by Red Bull eventually. That's I would like to get. I want to be a Red Bull athlete. I want to be a Red Bull athlete. That's my goal.
Would you put your Red Bull logo on your avatar then?
I'll just a little Red Bull logo on my bandana here. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, that would work.
If they give me a mini fridge full of Red Bull every day, I'm down. Like that's
that's the only payment you require. Free unlimited Red Bull. And wait, but no, I see all the time those fancy ass cocktails you do. I thought you were running on cocktails, not Red Bull. Is it Red Bull in the end?
No. No, I don't run on cocktails. I only do that once a month. If I was running on cocktails, I'd be dead by now. The amount of drink on those streams is too much.
Yeah, the drunk soul streams, we love them. Love them.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
I cannot be drunk on stream. Then I say stuff that is literally TOS not friendly. So I need to stop.
Yeah, I never do that on my streams when I'm drunk.
Yeah. We could talk about the oopsies on stream. What was like one of the biggest oopsies that you did and that was like, oh my God, I need to delete the VOD after? Or did you already like had to stop the stream and be like, okay, I delete the VOD now, stop?
I think that's happened 3 times for me.
What?
I think that's happened 3 times. Yeah. One was like I was checking a Discord message and you know what? Actually, it's happened like 4 times.
What the heck?
I remember. One was like I opened a folder on my computer that had a image in there that was not TOS. As I was like looking for a file and I didn't realize because I have my stable background as my like just chatting thing. I have it on a toggle. And when I toggle that off, it just shows my desktop, right? I should probably set it so it's like
you should. Yeah,
but
yeah, like a blank or something.
Whatever. Terms of service is TOS.
Yeah, TOS is terms of service. Sorry, guys.
Streamer habit, looking at chat. Anyway, but no, it was like that. And then one time I was ordering food, and I didn't know my top monitor was on. It is literally showing my address with a map to my house. So that one I was like, okay, let's just delete that. And then yeah, that was that. And then another one was really funny. It was I was doing like rate my setup stream where people were sending me pictures of their like computer setups.
Yeah.
And in the corner on somebody's little setup was just a big old bad dragon toy just sitting in a cubby. I was just like, well, okay, let's just end and restart VOD real quick. Delete that up.
Thank you so much, Blowing Paul, for the $40. Sorry. Thank you so much for the $40. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, those. So you delete the VOD directly.
The worst part is though is the clips. That's the worst part. Is because a lot of people don't know this with streaming, with clips. Okay. Some people will click the clip button and be like, oh, I missed something. Let me just click this real quick. I'll see the last 30 seconds and I just won't save it, right? It doesn't work like that. If you click that clip button, it saves the last 30 seconds. It just puts a default title on it and it saves. So the amount of times I've done that where I've like, okay, I have to delete the VOD. Nobody clipped this. And then I go back through and I see like 4 people in my chat like did clip it because I wanted to see what it was. I'm just like, I caught you. I know what you did.
This is why you do exactly like me. I showed my address multiple times and I didn't say anything. I just like continuing. I was like, oh, yeah. And then no clips.
I've done that before too.
We talked about
multiple times.
We talked about Keep also at the beginning of the stream. And literally the only penis that was shown on my stream was Keep's pee-pee. I was doing a reskin for him on VRChat. I click on his ref sheet. 4K massive ding dong. 4K. Yeah, it didn't happen, Twitch. Don't ban me, never happened. It's just imagination. Anyways.
The evidence is gone.
And you know what's worse? Is that I didn't notice it, Shot didn't notice, and I just noticed it when I watched the VOD after. I was like, wait a minute, like he's naked. This guy is naked on my stream, you know? I was kind of lucky, I have to say. I could have been way worse than that. We could have been just like, I don't know if you were there when the Twitch allowed the streamers to stream peepees and stuff, if it was like artistic nudity. I was there.
I remember that, yeah. I had a lot of artist friends doing stuff. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
What a ride. Yeah.
It's a day to live in infamy. And now Twitch is totally compensated and gone the other direction, which is so silly because it's like, if you're like, okay, clearly like, I'm wearing a bandana, you're wearing arm and leg warmers, right?
Nah, I'm fully naked.
That's like, but yeah, naked. We're basically naked. But we're in VR, it's fine.
Oh no, it's not fine. My peepee's just there.
Yeah, you can't. VTuber, you can't show. And if I did the same exact model as a VTuber and showed the same exact thing, that would not be okay.
Yeah, you need to show like half of your body. You're supposed to do like.
Yeah, it's like you can't show your hips if you're a VTuber, but in VR chat, it's fine. It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Switch just totally went opposite direction with TOS.
Also, if you have booba, like no booba allowed, booba not allowed. Hide the boobas. Thank you so much, the real RL3 for the sub. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry, like at the end, guys, you will be able to ask questions to Aiden because there is like a part in the season 3 where we spend like the last like 20 minutes of the stream to answer questions. So if you have questions, I bet you can put it in the chat, and if we see them, we will answer. But of course, there will always be this time at the end of the stream where I'm gonna be like, yeah, if you have questions, you can ask. And thank you for the bits, Wolf Shield. All right, so the oopsies, they happen, and I'm pretty sure that it's not only us, it's like every streamers it happens. Like I'm sure on VR chat, if you join like friend words and you don't notice, there is some stuff like I know already if someone has been banned because of that. Like they have gotten their account suspended for like 7 days because, I mean, not because someone was showing stuff, but because someone did something to their avatar while they were AFK. And
Goldie,
then,
right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. I was just, because Goldie was live, and I think he went AFK, and somebody walked up and did a lewd gesture to Goldie on stream.
Yeah,
it was like,
not allowed.
Like you literally
You're
screwed
gone.
somebody over.
You're gone.
It sucked. The worst part for Goldie was that Goldie was like right on the edge of getting partner at that point too.
Oh my god!
It was like,
are they partner now?
Yeah, Goldie's partner now. Yeah,
okay,
which is great. Goldie's an awesome streamer.
Goldie.
Their
Italian guy, right?
Their stream name now too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've met them at Verizon. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I remember this guy.
A sweet bean.
Yeah, very nice guy.
He's a sweet bean. He changed his name he was Goldie Dynamite, but now he's just Goldie, which I think is a good move.
Yeah, the Arcanine, big Arcanine dude. I know, I remember him also because on Blue Sky, I followed him, and then all these retweets, they are big mans, basically. It's a lot of big mans. A lot of big mans. Anyways.
It's so funny when you're like, oh, I know this person from Twitch. I follow them, and I will support this creator, and then you follow them on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like, lewd retweet. I'm just like,
don't follow him.
All right, I really like you, but I'm just gonna not follow you. I'm sorry. This is my
you don't do that. You don't retweet lewd. I've never seen lewd retweeted from you. I'm pretty sure about it.
Not since I've done content creator stuff. I haven't done anything lewd. Like I'll do something like I even posted something that's a little saucy today. It's like a Christmas pic, but it's like it's not explicit, you know.
The one that you said
on my channel.
Is it the one that you said you should put that as the thumbnail, or
no? Which one was that? Was that the face where I was like, the tongue?
No, it was more than the face. It was like you were like looking back. No, anyway, let's not get back.
Oh, yeah.
Flowing Bowl, thank you for the 100 bits, and thank you guys for the hype train. Let's what the fuck? I wasn't looking at you. Literally blushing. Oh my god. That's great.
Right,
I feel like
anyway,
the vibe in this room is great. Two foxes talking together. I feel like we get along very well. All right, we're talking about the oopsies. This is great. There is also like we talked also about the fact that there is a lot more work behind the scenes, and I talked about your thumbnails. But do you have other examples of stuff that take a lot of time and then that people, they don't really see it? I mean, because it's part of the work, but it's also hidden.
StreamerBot, and what do you use for your like alert stuff? Do you use StreamerBot or the bot?
I use Twitch, like Twitch.
You just use Twitch for alert?
Yeah. Okay. I did my own software, but then it broke because of updates in the Twitch API and whatnot. So now I just use Twitch stuff.
Check in a StreamerBot. It's really good for like triggering stuff. It's like a little intense to like look at, but like knowing you and being able to do this stuff, you'll figure out no problem.
Okay. Thanks. I'll check.
It's really good. It's really powerful. It's got a lot of integration, but yeah, it's like triggers on all your stuff, like, oh, this many bits does this, and then trying to like organize.
Like Trigger Fire, I think. Trigger Fire is
Trigger
also
Fires,
yeah, but Trigger Fire sucks a bit. It doesn't work all the time, I think. At this point,
the StreamerBot's pretty solid. Like I very rarely have any issues with it. It's really good. Like it's something that a lot of people are using now. Like I think like Andre, and I think Whiskey's using it now too. I don't know. I have a bunch of other friends that are using it too. But yeah,
is it the thing really like to do notifications? No, it's like to trigger stuff with bits, like audio, animation.
It can do so many things.
Like control your OBS.
Like, inside program it. Yeah, you can control, hide to show stuff,
All right,
display
I see.
text, and
All right.
it's full. It's like a full suite. It has so much stuff. Like you can trigger, like I have my Stream Deck.
Yeah.
I can set triggers so it'll be like if somebody does a channel point redeem or somebody says something or there's voice recognition or any of that stuff. So, but it's
Is it free or is
it
it
takes
like
a lot of time.
subscription?
It's free.
It's free.
No, it's free.
Damn. I have to check about
it's
it.
really good. That's yeah.
My streaming setup
It
is like
works-
from
it has,
2 years ago. I'm off the hook with the new stuff.
It's got another program with SpeakerBot that does TTS too, which works really well.
Oh my god, you mean everything is centralized now and I don't have to have like 20 overlays? That's good. Thank you, Aiden. I'll definitely check that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the alerts and overlays, organizing that, getting your OBS set up, updating, keeping updated all your software. That's all like so time consuming. Making overlays, making alerts, like
Amen.
that's like I have a program thing that I've been having made for a while now that I'm really excited about. Where like it's like a Plinko. You know what Plinko is?
No.
You ever watched Price is Right? No? Okay. American show. Anyway.
Right.
Okay, so Plinko is it's like a peg game, right? So you have a board where these individual pegs and you slide a token down, it kind of like bounces around, and there's buckets at the bottom that have different points.
It's like a gambling stuff.
Not gambling. I'm gonna use it for like I can't call it gambling because I think that's TOS.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
gambling because they're not winning.
No, but like at the
anything,
beginning.
right?
No, at the beginning, like is it like stuff they can find in the casino?
It's a
no?
random chance. Yeah, it's kind of random chance, like your token thing. But yeah, I have a thing where it's gonna be when anybody donates subs.
Yeah.
Like the token's gonna bounce around, and then it's gonna be for subathons. It's gonna add time depending on which bucket it went to.
Oh,
and then there's
that's
like
a great
jackpot,
idea.
Which will place certain alerts, and yeah, it's really cool.
That's nice.
But yeah, getting that made has been a whole progress, and
I mean, it's
all
the
the
stuff.
other stuff is like.
Are you doing it
like
yourself?
Social media. No, Junie, who's another VFur member, is doing it with a programmer that he recommended to me. So.
All right. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Nemski, for the 2 gifted subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So this is for the future, like a subathon you're gonna do, or I mean, something you use for subathons in general. That's great. That's a great idea.
It's gonna be for all regular time, but subathons is gonna like change implementation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, this is great. I love how you. Also, last time we talked like about streaming stuff together before the Friday Fuck Show. It's very like motivating to hear you talk because you always have new ideas. It's super nice. I mean, those are great ideas.
Yeah. I have a spreadsheet which is like.
Oh my god, you're so organized.
No. For Furries Out of Context, for the YouTube stuff, for Furries Out of Context.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's seriously, yeah, something like
I love Furries Out of
700
Context.
plus ideas for
I love it.
It's 700 plus ideas. I'm gonna do it again. Everyone keeps asking me, like, oh, I missed it. I'm gonna do it again. Once VR, I basically have to build a new PC right now.
I miss it.
Get my VR set up to
Adrian, do it again.
work.
I miss it.
I'm gonna do it. I actually have an idea. I've already had the teaser idea in my head for what I want to do
that's
for
amazing.
I want to. Each season's had its own theme, right? So the first season was themed after Star Wars. Every title had a Star Wars like joke in there. The second season was like spy movies, like Bond movies. The third season is gonna be like old westerns and stuff like that. And I have an idea for the teaser. I'm just gonna show like a dusty like desert, like it's just gonna be like paws. You're just gonna see paws walking. It's just gonna fade in from black, and it's just gonna be 2 paws walking up. And then you'll see 2 hooves walking up behind, and then it'll just fade out, and it's gonna play the good and the good, the bad, and ugly riff. It's just like boom, boom. It's like coming soon. That's gonna be the
This
teaser.
Is great. No, but
season
I
3.
am amazed. Your ideas are amazing. Thank you, Blowing Bull, for the 400 bits. This is like, guys, he's like, all the ideas he has, they are crazy. It's absolutely amazing. It's very motivating to be around you. I say it again, but it's true. This is, of course, like you're doing the streaming and stuff, and at the same time you have the YouTube. I mean, you said you had problems with your VR, and most of your YouTube is VR.
Yeah,
and,
all of it.
And like, how will you manage the time? Like, do you still have free time that you would do like editing in your time, or because that's the problem also for me. It's like sometimes I want to do more stuff, But then I'm like, oh yeah, but I should eat twice a day. Oh yeah, I take a shower once a day. Oh yeah, I sleep minimum 6 hours a day. Oh yeah, I need time also to be with my boyfriend every day, you know? Oh yeah, I also have friends I need to hang out with sometimes. Like, how do you find the time? This is crazy.
Social life is so difficult.
I feel you.
The amount
Aiden,
of unread DMs
you.
I have at any given... The amount of unread DMs I have at any given moment on like Telegram is in the 40s to 50s.
This is why
it's just like,
I sent more DMs. I know, I have the same curse. I knew you were not just ignoring me. You were just like so busy that you don't see DMs, because that's exactly what's happening to me as well. I receive DMs, I don't enter. I'm like, oh shit.
Because you
I
don't.
feel you so
the
much.
thing is, like, you don't want, if you're busy and you see the DM, you don't want to look at it in that moment because it'll turn the notification off and you'll forget about it if you look at it.
Yeah.
So you wait until you have a free second, but you never have free seconds.
It never
so it's
happens.
like, it's usually like, okay, I have time. I'm gonna go through and reply to like 30 DMs in a row, and then it gets worse because people will reply
that
back.
Could be a
and
job.
It just builds back up. It's like,
that could be a full-time job if you had to answer to all the YouTube
that's
comments.
Why, like, people who get super big, they have those like social media like managers, because it's like,
yeah.
And this isn't even social media. This is like friends and people I need to actually talk to.
Yeah. Thank you, Move, for the first gifted sub. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you,
You guys keep representing. I love you guys. Keep going. I love it. I love my community.
I'm sorry if I love my community as well. If I cut you and you forgot what you wanted to say, I'm extremely sorry.
Oh no. It's just like, yeah, as far as free time goes, it's like, I think I have enough that I can manage it.
Because your editing is crazy. Like the editing I do is dumb. It's like you cut out silences and then that's it. Basically, like that's what I do for my streams. I cut silence, I make it look better, sound better, and then ship it, you know? But for you, it's actually like you must spend tens of hours every time you want to edit anything, because you have to film, you have to calibrate color grade. I don't know if you do that, but yes, audio as well. If you shoot again the audio after filming, like that's a lot of stuff.
And it gets more complex. Like audio wise, the stuff I'm doing now is like, okay, if you say you have a frame, like if you look at the screen, which is the same camera shot Chad is looking at. All right, so if you're having somebody talk.
Wait, no, that's not. Hey, that's you. Yeah, you can.
No, it needs to be on that. Go back to that other one. The other one.
Yeah,
so okay, so imagine we're framed up like this talking, right? In audio, when you're doing editing, you can adjust the channel left or right.
Yeah.
So I can adjust the channel, so I'm on the left side looking at the stream. I would adjust it so the audio that I'm saying comes more out of the left channel, so it's more centered to be where I am on the stream. So if you ever have somebody moving, like if I move off screen, I adjust the channel as it goes with keyframes, so it goes off screen. Like there's that's the kind of like level of editing with audio that gets really intense. But yeah, like I do.
This is crazy.
Like after Furry's Out of Context 18, I had a joke. It was the shining fingered bit.
Yeah.
Where I spent After Effects, or I had to make my arm like glow with After Effects and have like a swirling energy coming in, and like, God, it took me like probably 10 hours figuring out how to use After Effects to do that effect. And,
it's
all for just a finger in a butt joke.
I wish I had done studies into those like softwares instead of doing chemistry, because I did chemistry studies and then absolutely useless in what I do in my life right now.
Well, I mean, I study food, so I mean, it's just a matter.
True.
I know what you're gonna say though. It's a matter of having time to learn now. Is the problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but in this world, there is no directional audio. Like it's coming from both of your ears, like all the time, which is better for an interview, which was also so traumatic to find. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you hear so many interviews where like it's
like
the entire interview sounds like it's coming from over here, right?
Yeah. But season 1 and season 2, it was this, and then I was like, but I'm not dumb. I've seen a world where it's actually they removed. I don't know how they did it, and I spent so many hours, because when you do anything and you don't sharp, don't even think about having a forum with everything listed. Like it's like, oh yeah, guys, there is the doc. Fuck off, and there we go. Like it's so traumatic. It's so traumatic. So I found the way. Like this word doesn't have directional audio. You hear someone like if they were literally in your ears, wherever they are, which is
like
way
that.
better. Yeah, this is so clean in the audio after.
If you're ever wanting to a quick and easy way to do that as a content creator, what you can do is just set your channel to mono sound in
Yeah,
OBS, and it
true.
records both sides. But that is much more efficient because then you also don't have to set the settings back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
And it's also equal loudness and yeah, much better.
My idea in making this word is basically to save myself as much time when I edit. You know, like I use DaVinci Resolve, by the way, to edit. What do you use to edit? Same?
Premiere.
Best software.
No, I use Premiere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bit harder to learn, I feel like, but I tried as well. But...
I learned on Premiere, but the thing is, like, I use like Adobe After Effects, I use Audition, I use
so you have
Photoshop,
the pipeline,
and it's all integrated. Yeah, it's like integrated. Like for thumbnails, I can go into After Effects, rotoscope out my character if I need to, and then export that layer directly into Photoshop to layer for my thumbnails for YouTube. So it's like, or I can export directly from After Effects into Premiere for layers of effects and stuff like that. So it just works better.
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
Adobe, that's because you have to pay the subscriptions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creative Cloud too. Yeah. It's good, but it's also I hate Adobe. I just don't like them as a company.
I hate it.
It's just I don't have enough time to learn Resolve. I know you can do everything you can do in Adobe and basically in Resolve too, but
if you buy the studio version, which is what I did, you have a transcription which is extremely powerful, and it basically lets you like
transcripting is great.
Yeah, it lets you transcript those. So like for this 1 hour video, like it's gonna be 1 hour of VOD, I can transcript and then I can basically just take line by line and just edit what I want to, which is it's way faster than scrolling through a stream and being like, okay, what did I say at that point? Now I just look at this immense wall of text and I'm like, oh, I remember this. I take the part where I say it and then I just edit it. But it's...
Yeah, you just gotta edit corrections in here and there.
But at some point, you know what I did is just I told to myself, okay, I'm using Sony Vegas. Everyone is making fun of it. Every time I say I use Sony Vegas. I'm gonna hate myself, but I am gonna spend time. I uninstalled Sony Vegas and I was like, what is the next best option? Oh, I don't have money. I don't want to pay anything. DaVinci Resolve. And apparently right now it's kind of like one of the software used like in studios and so yeah, it's very powerful. That's the thing. And then when you get the studio version, which is like one time, you pay one time, it's expensive, but you pay one time and there is no subscription, then you get it forever, which is great. You get a lot of but they say they will never change, you know, like it's always like that with companies. I think it will never change because DaVinci Resolve, they make money on selling editing tools. They sell those big ass like, you know, like 40K editing keyboard, whatever. So I mean, the software is there, but they make money on the software, on the hardware, not on the software. So I don't think it'll be
the
that
one
worth
I
it.
want to learn above anything else right now is Unreal Engine, actually, because it's so powerful and there's so many things you can do for animation in Unreal now.
Yeah.
But it's like,
or like your stream. You're talking about your stream.
Yeah. Well, for stream, like I need to learn Blender still really badly. That's on my like docket of stuff to do because like I want to do actual like full animated stuff eventually. Like I have shows and TV I want to do, or shows like different like style videos than just furries out of context and VR chat.
Yeah.
So I need to be like more fully animated. I want like animated cameras because until VR chat gets like a animated camera system that you can actually like keep on between switching characters, you can't have a moving camera unless you have somebody doing it for you. That's the most frustrating thing to me.
Or
filming is just like,
or you make something that can do it, which will be doable, but it's like on a world. Then if you have a world that you like that you don't own, then you cannot add the system to a world. You will need to create your own world.
But every clip of Furries Out of Context is basically in a different location. I try not to do the same location, you know? So it's like, what am I going to do? Have 90 different worlds with a camera system in? You just can't do that.
I mean,
but
then you could have like...
It'd be so amazing to have that.
You could have one world, but like, let's say, the theme of like using bathrooms comes back a lot in your first out of contract. So you can have one bathroom, one bedroom, whatever else, a stable, like stuff that you use pretty regularly.
Yeah, and that I do need to get. I would love to have that. Just like all I would really need is sorry, coughing. All I would really need is just basically a long hall, and then just probably 4 or 5 different bedrooms set up in different looks and styles. Probably a kitchen, basically just a house, but
many
4 or 5
iterations,
bedrooms that are different sets. Yeah. And maybe a bar or 2. That would be probably enough that I could do that.
Yeah, I mean that's doable.
I mean, I need to find somebody to make me a VR world anyway, because I'm trying to get. I've been in the process of learning how. I will talk to you about this because I've been.
We already talked about it. I think you told me already you wanted a.
No, that was for the talk show. This is for a new set for streaming stuff, I think.
Sure.
It's I want to do a speakeasy kind of bar called the Black Fox Lounge. I want that to be my new streaming set kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I want to have a bar, and I want it to be 3D, so I can have different camera positions, so I can have a little lounge area.
So you would stream in VR chat?
See the bar.
Or do you want it to be on Blender?
I would do it. I would like it to be in VR chat, so when I do VR chat, I can have it. But I can also just take a screen capture or recording and loop it for the different camera angles when I'm VTubing. I could just do that. Or when I'm actually in VR, I could just use it for the other thing.
Yeah, that's
great. But I have to have the stable integrated somehow. I can't lose that.
Oh my god, thank you so much, the real RL3 for the 5 gifted subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, for all the gifted subs tonight. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, the stable. Every time I show the stable on my stream, it's people, they say why do you have Aiden's background on your stream? And then I'm like, but you guys know that where it comes from, right? And a lot of people, they don't.
It's not mine. It's not. Yeah. It's Tard, Bug. I use it because it's a meme. Yeah. I will say, though, I do have a different background than the normal stable. Because if you look at my background versus the stable background, mine is actually super high res because it's all drawn.
Oh, really? It's an art.
I paid an artist I paid an artist $300 to do a high res version of it.
Yeah.
Because the original one is so blurry because it's from 2012 or something like that.
Yeah. It's crazy that people, they don't. Oh, so actually I might be using I don't know if you shared it or not, the PNG file, but probably not, right?
No, I have that one. For the art license of that picture, I have it so I can have that version without the artist signature on it. But I paid for that.
Yeah, okay.
License from that
because
artist.
I think mine is blurry because I have a redeem where it puts the background of the stable. I think mine is super blurry, so that's why. Okay, the more we know, that's great. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. This is also a thing is that
it's all NBC thing. The more you know.
Yeah, I learn every day. Every day I learn something. Just absolutely crazy. And also when you talk with other streamers, you learn a lot more because in a way we have all a different way to make stuff. You use another software, I use something else. I use 2 PCs. I don't know if you use 2 PCs to stream, but
I do too.
Yeah.
I keep trying to talk people into doing it because it's so.
Oh, same. It's changed my life. Also,
it's great. It's you can restart your computer, your gaming computer, if you have an issue without ending stream. It's amazing.
Gonna talk about that. My PC did 3 blue screens last time I was on VR chat, and the people in chat, they were absolutely laughing because we saw them. They were written, oh, blue screen. That was so crazy. Are you having
that blue screen issue where you launch and it blue screens immediately?
Yeah. Are you having that issue also too? On VR chat, everything freezes.
Now.
Yeah.
I have that same issue. And I have 2 PC. I'm wondering if it's related to capture cards.
What capture card do you have? I have the 1080p 60 FPS one from Elgato.
I have Avers Media 4K 60.
Okay, then it's not related to capture card.
But it happened with the Elgato too. It happened with the Elgato too.
But so I don't know.
I'm not sure. It could be like a DRM kind of thing.
I know that my PC has a problem with the power. My PSU is not enough for all the USB shit that is connected to it. So sometimes it like kind of stops, blue screens, and then just restarts. Like last time I was charging all my stuff and I launched War Thunder. Dead ass, nothing. Keyboard stopped working, mouse, and then blue screen because it had no more power. So maybe you should check that.
It happens when you're launching easy anti-cheat. If it happens when you're launching any game with easy anti-cheat, it's related to easy anti-cheat.
It was in the game though. Like I launched the game, I was in a game, and then I played a bit
for a while.
Yeah. Just like VR
chat. It happens
chat.
for me like every time I launch VR chat. Every single time I launch VR chat at blue screen.
Because I've worked on a nuke when. I'm too bad at the game to get a nuke. Oh, actually, Aiden, I am partner of War Thunder. They are partner with me. They give me free stuff in the game. Yeah. I'm a War Thunder influencer. Furry War Thunder influencer. Look at that. The only thing is that, I mean, right now, I don't do anything for them. It's just like they give me free stuff. And then at some point, they say it's like, yeah, that's really nice. But it's like, if I reach 75 viewers in average on War Thunder only, which is very hard to do because I don't have 75 viewers on Stream War Thunder. I get like a decal in the game, a code. When you buy stuff in the game, it gives you like a percentage of the money.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Like a referral. And you get a decal, like you're in the game. Mm-hmm. You can ask them to put any decal you want and you can put it on your tank. Yeah, but this is like unreachable. There's like no way. No way I reached 75 viewers on War Thunder. Sure. Who watches War Thunder? Except that if you're playing War Thunder every day, it's like a tank
If you
game.
Enjoy it and you're...
I love it.
If you enjoy it and your viewers enjoy you, then yeah, that's an important part, I think. I don't know. Like that's the hardest thing to like deal with is like do I play this game or do I keep playing this game? Like if people might have like the viewer count might have gone down, so maybe I shouldn't play that. It goes into like that anxiety stuff is like because I've started like long games where it's like, oh, I'll start this game and it'll be fun, and then it's like I had this happen to me when I tried doing Baldur's Gate 3, which popular game, so many people like it, but when I started it, I literally dropped like probably like 40 average viewers at that point. And it's just like, this is like a 60+ hour game, non-streaming. That's probably not the best thing to do if this is going to be the reaction to it, you know? It's a big commitment to a game that's not going to perform well. So
that's the stress.
Doing long games.
It's the stress. The stress is like, is it going to be okay? Like, I started doing more of like asking the chat what they want to see it played, you know, and then vote. Mm-hmm. But the games also, like, some people, they're not happy because it's not their game that was selected, and they're like, oh, okay, but if not everyone likes it, then maybe I should do something else. You try to please everyone, but it's not possible in a way. You need to choose.
Yeah.
I love
VR
chat.
Something like that too.
I could play VR chat all the time, but pause and pause.
I would do VR chat if my freaking system stopped glitching out. It's so funny because like right now it seems fine, right? Like I'm not having that many, like I'm having a little like glitchiness here and there, but it's not bad. Every single time I go to like record though, it's just like my arm will just be like just like scramble off like that all the time.
Because we're not moving.
Infuriating.
I think it's because we're not moving. When I move, it's the same for me. Like my tracking. I mean, you saw how I was at the beginning of the stream. I mean, at the beginning when you joined, I was like I am not moving. I have my base stations. They can see. Oh my god! You cannot show that. You cannot show that.
Oh, sorry. I'll go the other way here.
Oh my god!
Look, Ma, I'm a pretzel.
You can sniff your own butt. Anyway, I'd do it. I cannot do it though. Anyways, question for Aiden: what is your best cocktail you did for the Dark Soul event? Sex on the beach.
Oh, Sex on the Beach is good. I like Sex on the Beach.
I like it. It's very creamy.
It's probably a Christmas. I did this like sugar cookie like Christmas cocktail that was like crack. It was so good. It was like a lot. It was like cream cookie? And amaretto and like whipped cream and like sprinkles and actual sugar cookie like rimming the glass. Like it was so good. The one I actually did. I don't know how often you check the VFur Discord. I posted a picture of I did a VFur themed cocktail. It was really good. Like I think I need to double strain it. It's really good. You should. Like I love the V4 Discord. Like
It's
doing all like the game shows. and stuff.
overwhelming. It's overwhelming. There's too many stuff happening, and I was very extrovert, but I think streaming made me introvert. Now I'm like scared. I see new people. I'm like,
You know what's funny? I'm the opposite. I think streaming's made me more extrovert because it's like
yeah,
one of the biggest things I've always had with socializing and social anxiety is like when somebody invites me to go do something, it's like, oh no, like I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. Like, are we going to be like talking the whole time? What happens if we run out of conversation? All that stuff. And it's like those streaming events are great because it's like, oh, we are literally playing a game. There's people there I already know, so I can talk to them. It's a great way to like meet people because we're playing a game, so it's like socialize. And there's a specific endpoint of it, so if I'm like tired by the end of it, I don't feel bad being like, okay, well I'm gonna go now, you know, because I'm anxious or whatever. So it's like for me, it's like a really safe way to meet people, and that's why I've been enjoying it so much.
I should do it. It's not about the talking for me. Like I know I talk a lot. Like when I start yapping, I keep yapping, you know. But it's more like doing it. It's like, let's go. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, it also happens a lot of times in the evenings for Americans, which you're probably sleeping most of the time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, this is the thing. Whiskey is like, oh yeah, let's do this at this time. Yeah, 3 a.m. for me. Yeah, sure. I'm going to stay awake until 3 a.m. to do a show. I did it once. I was destroyed the whole day. After it took me like 5 days to recover. So I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm so happy that like we can do it like right now because the time zone usually they reduce like very high the chances that I have to interview actually people from the US. Like Dalton, okay, he's available all the time. So that was pretty easy to get him to be there. You, well, luckily enough, you're here. I don't know what kind of black magic there is, but you're here and it's really nice. But like most of the people, they say,
outside...
no, I'm working, or like, oh yeah, that's too early for me.
Well, when you're a full-time streamer, you can have those slots. The only thing is like, the difficult part is like when you want to collab with somebody is like, okay, well, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like, oh, well, I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. So what day can we do anything on? You know, it's like,
but yeah. Or then you could just like, I've did it multiple times. Like, we do stuff on your channel, but I'm not streaming. And then the opposite, like, just like right now, you're not streaming, but we're still collabing because I've seen also like Twitch, there is a new stuff. The viewer counts, they are joined now in the chat as well. They just added that. If you collab,
I've heard this. Yeah.
It seems really
cool.
Do
like the stream together stuff. I still haven't. I don't do a lot of like
stream together
stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's just like you don't really have to show the stream together. It's just like you're in like a Discord call, but you can mute yourself and it just adds up the chat. That's how I did it multiple times with like other people. You don't really have to use it.
Yeah, I had
like
no idea.
You just connect to it and then that's it. It's basically a Discord call. I was like, oh my God. The first time I tried it, it was to do the Friday Function in Fursuit. And I was like, oh, this is great. It's going to be amazing. Both streams at the same time. No, it's like a Discord call, but on Twitch. And that's it. Like,
fair.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I just don't collab a ton on my streams. The thing is, like, whenever I try, it always feels like people tune out. It kind of sucks because, like, I really enjoy. Like, I done collabs with Slush a lot, and it really sucks. Is like they're some of the funnest streams I've done. It's like silliest and most I've laughed the most. But it's like half the viewers leave because it's like one of the biggest things I do on stream is like talking to chat so much, you know. People expect that direct interaction, and I feel like when it's not there, they tend to leave. So
but in a way, you should do it as well because you like it, you know? Like, the viewer account is just here, but it should not be, like, dictating really what you're doing. Except that, of course, if it comes to zero, like, of course, you're doing probably something wrong, or you don't have internet anymore. It happens as well. But I've started to not care a lot. You know, like, I'm just doing stuff that I like doing. I love doing VR chat. This is the thing. I love playing VR chat. I love when I'm with my friends, but at the same time, it's hard to do it every day. At least for me, like after 2 hours, I feel kind of like the dip in how entertaining I am. I know you stream for way longer than 2 hours, but isn't there like also for you, like at some point you're like, okay, I feel like I'm not entertaining anymore. I should probably stop. And I have this at 2 hours
Yeah,
somehow.
it's usually around hour 5 that I start feeling kind of tired.
Oh my god.
Which is scary because I'm going to be doing 12-hour streams coming up this second.
Yeah. But when you know you're gonna do 12 hours, I feel like it unlocks something in your brain. It's not like when you're doing a regular stream, and sometimes I go on for more. I go like for 4 hours, but 4 hours is like, I don't know. It's like a hard limit, I feel like. And I used to be doing 4 hours of VR chat every day when I was doing partner, like to become partner. VR chat every day for 4 hours. And then my eyes were killing me. I remember I was going to bed with a headache every day. But I had a Rift test.
Yeah,
so.
I get that like pressure around the eyes
yeah,
when the VR
yeah.
hits.
Yeah. So it's hard also to not be like when you're a streamer. Also, like you try to do stuff with other people. Most of the time, everything is one-man show. That's very sad, but that's how it is for most of the stuff. You cannot like collabs. Of course, you can ask other people. And I had a time last year where I was collabing with someone like very often, and this was great. But most of the time, it comes back to just like streaming alone and doing your stuff, goofy stuff alone.
Yeah, and I just kind of found that like it for me when I'm doing collab, I feel like I'm gonna be more entertaining with somebody else if I'm just like not focused on streaming myself. You know what I mean? So if I just join somebody, then I don't have to worry about this chat over here. I can just join them and talk to them, and I feel like it ends up being much more fun. I've kind of found that more or less all in any situation where like if you're doing a collab where it's like it seems to be better if it's just like one person streaming and the other person joining. When multiple people are streaming, it can kind of get chaotic. You'll pause, or you'll get a hype train, and it's like, sorry guys, I got raided. I got to pause, and it's like it interrupts a lot of the flow and distracts a lot. I find.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I liked at the beginning doing it, but then it's also like one day I was streaming with like 4 other people that were streaming on VR chat, and then it's like you don't know anymore what's happening. You have like people talking everywhere, and you try to stay with your chat, and you're like, oh my god, what's up? What's happening? Where am I?
I feel like really early on when you're like starting streaming, I feel like having other guests on regularly helps a lot because like generally speaking, your chat's not nearly as active by that point, so you have more direct conversation. I feel like the biggest key for streaming is when you get to a point as a streamer where your chat is flowing regularly, where you can basically have a conversation with people in your community. Once you get to that point, then it's like you basically have endless chatting to talk.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You don't have to like. The hardest thing in the world, I think, is playing a game and being super entertaining and up and like excited about what's happening on stream, not knowing that there might not even be a single person in chat. Is like that is so hard to do, and you have to keep it up the entire time in case somebody does show up.
Keep a smile.
Keep the smile. Keep the energy.
Yeah, this is some subjects that are not talked about very often because which is part of the thing, which is also something that a lot of new streamers, they don't know, and they start and then they get absolutely like burned out super quickly because it's hard. It's super hard. The money is not going to come quickly. Being known as well. I mean, for some people, it never comes. Like, it's super hard. You should not be expecting stuff like that when you start doing it, at least.
I equate to those early streams to being like doing a stand-up, like going up to try to do a stand-up routine in front of an audience and just not get any laughs the entire time. That's what streaming your first time, the first couple streams when there's nobody there, that's what it feels like. It's like you're putting yourself out there and you're getting nothing back, and it's just demoralizing. So that's why I feel like, like you said, a lot of people get burned out on it so fast.
And it's super easy to feel competition when there is none in fights, because this is the platform itself that wants to make it like that, but in the end, like, it's not a competition. It's just like, and it's even better when instead of having this mindset, people, they work together and they create stuff together, which is exactly like right now. Well, this is just like, oh my god, why did the Oculus thing Start. Oh my God. Wait. There we go. Anyways, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yes. No. Oh my God.
Building each other up, not tearing each other down.
Yes. No, I lost it.
I was actually talking about this last night on the stream about this whole where people think it's a competition with each other. Like, oh, you're streaming in my like time slot, so like we're competing. It's like, no, you're not. You are, if anything, hyping each other up and building on each other is only going to improve for both of you. Like, yes, like a viewer might like be on my channel more than your channel at a certain point, but honestly, a lot of people just lurk in both channels.
Yeah, true.
That's true. With Twitch streamer.
Yeah, that's absolutely
by the way,
true.
For viewers, you have no idea how much lurking is so helpful to us. Like, it is the unspoken, like, it is the heart of streaming, because like there's so many times where like if you just had, like, you can do this as an example in any stream, right? Just run a poll. Like, you'll see your average viewer count and you'll see how many people respond to the poll. And it's like, okay, like I did a poll yesterday, right? I had 250 people in the stream. 40 people responded to the poll.
Yeah.
That's how many lurkers there probably were. I mean, give or take. There's probably people who just like are mobile and it glitched out or whatever. But like,
yeah,
lurkers are the heroes of streaming.
We love you
really
guys.
Are.
Yeah, that's true. You absolutely not have to like write a message in the chat if you're watching a stream. Like, you just have to enjoy. No pressure, no strings attached. Just fun and vibes.
Yeah, I mean, we would love for you to hop in and chat.
Yeah, true.
More. Like, if you want to, if you're comfortable doing that, because like the more people are in chat, the more interaction we have, the better I feel like we perform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Did it happen already? Or like you met someone in this? Sorry, go on. I'm gonna change subject. Go on first if you want to add something up. Like, you have someone in the chat and they are like shy and stuff, and then they open up after coming back and back. To the point where even like you do Discord with them after in a while, like they said they've never talked to anyone, and then they're like on Discord every day with you. This is great when it happens. You know, when you have people that open up like this.
I have people like come to the Telegram chat or be like, yeah, I'm really appreciative of having this community because it's really like helped open me up, and like I've met friends and like, you know, it really helped come out. Or I think the one that always gets me like in the feels the most is when somebody was like, I don't know if you've had this, but where they'll come to be like, hey, I was going through a really difficult time. I was struggling, you know, I was really depressed all the time. And I was going through a difficult time. And like, I've been watching your streams and following you along for a while. And it really helped me through that difficult time. And that is just like,
it makes me cry.
Oh my God. my heartstrings. Oh,
I just want to hug them. You want to be like,
flattering.
Come here.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so flattering.
Yeah.
It's just like
it happens sometimes. You receive some
happy for that. Yeah.
Nice DMs on Discord or Telegram or whatever, and just makes it worth it. Because when you're a streamer, it's hard to like have some, you know, like feedback, validation, whatever you call it. But sometimes there is some people like this, and they are very kind in what they say, and it's just like directly through the heart.
And end of the day, we want to entertain people and make people happy. That's their goal, you know.
Yeah.
And
I want to make them cry.
When we hear stuff like that, I'm fine making people cry if it's good cry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not afraid. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of streamers get really nervous talking about serious subjects on stream sometimes. Like, they don't want to talk about this because it's like, oh, it will bring down the vibe or whatever. But it's like, entertainment is not always comedy and levity and stuff like that. Entertainment can be so many things. Like, how many of us listen to podcasts where they're just like, it's just two people talking about a serious subject or
a lot
events happening or science, or it's the amount of times that people are talking about that's entertainment in itself, is listening to those. So like, talking about serious subjects is okay. It's not going to have necessarily the same levity or comedy or happiness that other points of the stream are, but it's okay to have that. It's okay to have serious conversations. And because I feel like the more real you are with people, the more they can connect with you in general.
True.
You know what I mean?
Every time I do that, I cry though, and I have to stop. So I try to, I try to.
I've done that too. Where
Not doing too
I'm
much.
just like, I start getting this sensitive subject. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
But
then it feels good because it's like, also if you don't really talk about those kind of stuff in the daily life. I mean, I talk with my husband. I'm lucky enough to have someone with me every day. But sometimes it's just like, you empty your bag. Of course, I will never say something that would like make everyone feel like shit, But sometimes you have some problems and you're like, damn, I need to talk with someone about it, I mean, if it's not, of course, you don't want to bring everyone down by like saying something like that will make everyone cry and depressed. But it's nice to share sometimes. And you're right, like it feel more connected. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I think like. For me, I had a trauma thing that happened in my past, and I've talked about it a couple times on stream. And for me, it helps me deal with that. But it also, for people who've gone through similar issues, it can help them feel connected and empathy, connecting with somebody about that. Because it's like, I'm not alone in this. There's somebody else dealing with it too. And there's that connection there of support. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm super, super positive with that kind of stuff. It might be sad, but it's also like from sadness. Like it reminds me of Inside Out, the emotions. The Disney Pixar emotion movie. Yeah. Where at the end it's like the sadness orb, and then they touch it. I cry all the time. Yeah. I cry all the time. But that orb is an exact example of what I'm talking about here, where it's like, yes, this is sad, but there is this swirl of happy in here, which has a positive lining to all of this. So,
yeah, I agree. Sadly, sometimes it's hard to talk. Like, I know I'm a guy that like, sometimes there's like the hard shit that is going on, and I just am like a brick. I do not say anything. So, yeah, and also this, I think this is streaming that made me like that, because in a way, and when you're streaming, you try a bit to hide, but I do it too much, I think. This is a big problem. But I agree with you. Sometimes just talking about stuff like that. And I've done it already, like a few weeks ago, I think, which was very nice. I always feel better after I do those kind of streams. This is not the like super funny streams to watch. And of course, like, if you're not feeling good before watching, then you're gonna be a bit sad, or rather we cry together. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that is shared anyway whenever someone is streaming, and the crazy part about my experience is that my streams they date back to like 2020, and I still have all the VODs saved, and sometimes I watch them, and it's like the nostalgia is like crazy. I watched them recently because they were telling me that my accent got worse, that I sound even more French than before.
Really?
Which is not true, because we watched the VODs, and I can tell you I sounded very French before. I don't think, do I sound French? Come on, Aiden. Do I sound French? Maybe a bit, but yeah, there you go. Look, he said no. Fuck you, chat. No, but there is I'm French. I told you I was French. But you forgot maybe, but anyway. But this is...
I detect a very Lorraine Valley kind of accent.
Not at all. I am from south of
Burgundy?
France.
I don't know.
No, I am from south of France. I come from like Montpellier, which is like Marseille, like the sea, the Mediterranean Sea.
In the south.
No, Lorraine is like next to... Yeah, this is the same. They are next to Germany in the east of France. It's like Middle East.
Oh, you're talking south.
I am literally like at the Mediterranean Sea. That's where I'm from. Attends, Xav, tu es français? Oui, je suis français. Et je parle français. J'habite en Allemagne, mais je suis français. À la base, je sais, c'est difficile à... Il comprend que dalle. Mais oui, à la base, je suis français. Mais c'est juste que, bon, après des années de streaming... Anyways, let's talk English now.
Montepeur. I don't know. I know cooking.
My brain tried so hard to understand.
I don't know. Horrible pronunciation.
What did you... No, sorry.
Montepeur. Like, it means mount with butter. It's a cooking term where you add butter into a sauce to slowly thicken it.
Montebeur?
Montebeur. Yeah, there you go.
I have no idea. I have no clue. Yeah, those
How
two
about
words
mise
they
en
make.
place? Mise en place.
Sorry, Beeson.
That's French. That's French.
Yeah.
Mise en
Can you
place.
repeat, but slowly?
Mise en place.
Oh,
Mise
mise en
en
place.
place.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
Mise
I
en
try.
place. Mise
Yeah,
en place.
I'm not
There you
making
go.
fun of your accent, but it's hard. Like for me to
Oh,
switch.
I have a horrible accent. It's
No,
fine.
but for me to switch, like when I switch to French, I have an English accent at the first like 2 seconds because it's like I thought you were German. Yeah, I live in Germany. This is the thing, guys. I live in Germany. I've been living in Germany for 3 years, but I'm French. I don't speak German. Deadass don't understand German. 100%.
So there is a little bit of that Alsace
I would
slang coming in
be,
from that German
I
side.
would be
Coming in.
very surprised. You know, my husband is also French. We talked French at home. He's from north of France. He talked like a Stibilut, and there is no German accent that is coming from there. Not at all. And my friends also that I have in the area, they are from the Netherlands, from, I mean, Germany, but he doesn't have really a German accent. Italy, like this is, but yeah, okay, Alsace. Perfect.
I worked for a cafe that was like Alsace cuisine
Yeah?
for a long time.
Yeah?
So, yeah. Tarte flambe.
French mouth near German sausage. I love German sausage, yeah. I love them. Xavoto's accent sounded Serbian, to be honest, for me. Yeah, see, like my chat is not able to tell. Usually people, they
I
say
can't tell accents.
I sound European. Like, of course, you would say European. You will not say like, I'm from America. Yeah. I know.
What do you think is like the default American accent in Europe? Like, what do you think most Europeans think the American accent is? Like Southern?
This is like very hard. I would not say like Southern because Southern would be like Texas, right? It's more like,
Well, the yeehaw that you just did, that's more like Texas.
yeah, but it's
like,
because I was trying to be Texas, but no, I think maybe Los Angeles, like those kind of cities, like maybe very like Western accent, like would be the default English. But my English teacher was from
know how to
Wales.
discern a California.
Yeah, it's like
Wales?
I don't know. We have Wales in
England?
the UK. He was Welsh, so
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Wales mentioned. Yeah, Wales is mentioned. But yeah, you know, in 2018, I was not speaking English. I started really speaking English 2018.
Dang, you speak it really well if you just learned in 2018.
Yeah, but that's because like
Really well.
every day I stream for many hours and I stream in English. I could send you the link of the first streams that I did. It's not good. It's like I talk like this. I'm like, okay, chat, we are gonna play the game now. Okay, very good.
You
I am
sound
from Paris.
like a French video game character
Yes.
in any American game.
But that's the French accent. That is it for you.
Going back to like watching your earlier streams, it is so weird to watch how, because I've only been doing it a little under. Or
I remember when I discovered you on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't have like my first streams, but I have like ones within like the first 2 months, and it's so weird watching me in them and being just like how calm and reserved I am on everything. It's so it's like unsettling to me.
Back in the days,
now.
yeah, you were shy. I remember. At the beginning, I joined your stream. I remember because I saw your TikToks, and I was a fan. I was like, "This Vox looks amazing. I'm gonna join the stream." And then I followed you.
Well, I joined your stream first. I remember. I know this because you were the first person when I joined somebody's stream. I talked in their chat that you were like, "Oh my God, I know Aiden.
Yeah.
I know this person. I know this
it's because
person."
of TikTok.
And you were like, so like, I know. It was like such a moment. It was like, "Oh my God, I got recognized." I was like so excited by it. It was so
I was
exciting.
here, guys. I am the OG. I'm the OG. No, it's because I watched your TikTok. I absolutely loved what you were doing on TikTok. It was crazy. I was like, this avatar is
YouTube, not TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
no, but then it was someone that posted it on TikTok. I swear it was TikTok. I swear, and I remember exactly. I said, "You're the guy from TikTok, the fox from TikTok." I know your profile picture. It must have been this. I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy.
I have
which
like
is heavily possible.
3
but-
shorts on TikTok, I think.
Yeah,
You might have
but-
saw one of those.
Yeah, you know, people they say went to your reference. They saw my first shoot. People they were like, "Oh, you're the guy that does TikTok." I have 2 TikToks posted, like literally. And people were like, "Oh, you're the TikToker." No, I am a Twitch streamer at the beginning, but yeah, of course, yeah, sure, I'm a TikToker. Maybe it's this, yeah. But then, of course, I'd watch the YouTube, the Furries Out of Context, and I remember tuning in on your stream pretty often. I mean, when it was when I was possible to watch it. I think back in the days, I don't remember exactly when that was, but you had like between maybe like 15, 20 viewers when I followed you. I remember that.
That was,
I was like,
really
damn.
early on. That was
Yeah.
probably like within the first 3 months, because
Yeah.
the first 2 months of when I started streaming, because I already had a YouTube, I didn't want to start streaming right away and like announce it to everybody, because I figured like I'm learning. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Like all these people are gonna know my content, come to my stream and see how like crappy it is, and be like, all right, I'm not gonna come back. So my first like 2 months on Twitch, I basically did not announce it to anybody. I only told my Telegram like, hey, if you want to come support me, come do this. And I literally labeled the first 20 streams test stream. Like,
Yeah, I think it was one of those. Yeah. I think it was one of those.
It was funny because the last one I was like, this was only a test, was like the title of my. I like that bit. I almost had an idea of like doing it forever, just like test stream number like 6,124.
Maybe you will do it again.
But if no, it's too late now. But it was an idea. But yeah, then once I did that, I did a launch day where I did like a director commentary on all my videos, and that was like, I had like 70 average viewers for that. So I went from like 15 to like 70 off of that. But after I did that, it was like starting to average like the 30s to 40s right after.
Yeah.
So.
Then it goes up and up. That's great. Well, you do great content, so yeah, you deserve it, Aiden. You deserve it. 100% deserved. And I'm happy that you have such a good memory of me, because I was not expecting me to be like.
Well, that one specifically I remember just because it was like the first time. I was like so excited by it. I was like, I feel like somebody's seeing what I am.
Xavoto noticed me. Wow, he's a fox as well.
Yeah.
That's because we're Fox Bros. We know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxes belong together.
Yeah, I agree. I agree about that. I was so happy when I decided to do the season 3 to actually be like, I have something to talk with you, because I really wanted you to be here again. It's always great when we talk about stuff. And I feel like also a lot of people right now in the chat, they learned a lot about the streaming, because, well, this is not something that you would just say if you're streaming alone. You will not be like venting about like, oh my God, this is so time consuming and this and this and this, but we can take time to do it here, which is great, you know? You do it as well.
I talk about this stuff. I talk about this stuff often. I don't know. I'm very like open about talking about stuff like that. I feel like, I don't know. It's really entertaining for me to talk about it. So I never mind answering questions about streaming stuff. And I'm always down for like helping, like giving advice to people who want it on like what you can expect, like what I would do in this situation. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like you just have to have that personality and that eye for it. And it's there's this eye for quality that you need to have in production, where you need to be able to look at something and be like, how can I make this better?
Yeah.
In everything you do, you need to look at it with an eye of, how can I improve this? It doesn't need to be in that moment, but like eventually it needs to be like a focus on how to improve, you know?
You're right. That's exactly the thing. You answered it already in the Friday Fox Show we did like last season, but as of right now, maybe it changed. But what would you say to someone that is new to streaming and that want to start streaming? What would be your advice on how to start now that you're a bit more into it? A year more into it, very deep inside.
Yeah, I was a little baby streamer last year, so
no,
I was only
not
like
really.
8 months in at that point.
Yeah, but already
it was only
being
8
a partner.
months in when we
but
did
being
it
a partner is like a big milestone already. It's not being a baby streamer. You had like all the stress.
No,
I'm
still a baby streamer. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing for a lot of stuff.
It's been 4 years, and it's the same for me. So like, you never become like a non-baby streamer, I guess.
As far as like advice goes, for if you're trying to start out streaming, like I think last year I said something like you need to focus on like quality and stuff like that, which is true. Having good quality when you go into streaming is really important. You need to be able to like your audio quality needs to be really good.
Yeah,
like,
this is the beginning.
It doesn't have to. You don't have to have like an XLR set up and like DAX and all that stuff right away. But like you need to have it balanced. You need to
Crisp
figure all that
audio.
stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you right now.
That is number one.
You sound great.
It's better than last year. That's for
That was not what I was going to say. You were using the HTC mic,
last year I was using this mic last year, which is just like not good at all. Hi everybody, I'm Aiden. Welcome to a year ago.
It sounds like a phone call.
But yeah, no, it was so bad. But yeah,
My God.
I figured. Yeah.
No, everyone is saying ew in the chat.
That's the last interview sounded like. It was so bad. But yeah, as far as like other stuff goes, like it's really hard to streaming without like something leading you into it, like without having like a hook, like or like a like you have a like I had Furries Out of Context, right? Like I had my YouTube community first, or some people have like a TikTok and then they'll start doing it. That allowed me to grow as fast as I did. If you're doing it raw, like just starting, being involved in communities as much as you can, get to know, like join other streamers communities, like that's a huge part. Like be involved in other communities, network and communicate. That is really important for growing audiences. Like I have like several people in my community that like over time have grown their audience because they've been part of my community, and they'll look right into me and be like, yeah, they're a really big member of the community, go support them, and I'll see their numbers slowly going up because they're involved in the community.
Love seeing that.
Like I appreciate them being it's great. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. You got to be dedicated. You have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Streaming the same schedule is really important.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say streaming the same schedule, audio, and networking is probably the three big keys to starting out and making it work.
I agree with you. Sorry. I agree with you. Now we have a little bit of time left before you actually start the stream. So, chat, if you want to ask questions to either me or our friend Aiden that is here, feel free to. This is the time of the stream where we read the chat. And thank you already, Aiden, for being here with me. It was extremely nice. As good as I remember last time. Very cool. We should do more stuff together, but I feel like every time we are going to do something together and then end it, we're going to be like, oh yeah, we should do more together, but we know.
That's the streamer curse. It's like, let's do more together. Okay.
Yes.
I'm available
2 years from now.
What's 4 months from Friday look like? Yeah.
I go camping.
Yeah.
Shit.
I have like 30 minutes 4 months from now. How are you?
God. So you have a question?
One other quick thing for getting started streaming. If you get to the point where somebody approaches you to do merch, and it's Agent Inc., don't do Agent Inc.
But if it's the Fox Nest, which is me, you can say yes, because probably pay more than Agent Inc.
Yeah, Agent Inc. isn't a scam, but it is. They prey on streamers.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way: I have a pretty sizable audience. I am still well into the negative on profit on Agent
What?
Inc. I probably spent around 2,500 on it, and I still am negative like 1,600.
We need to change that. I am talking with you right after the stream. I literally did merch with Max Fluffy. You remember literally like a year ago when I was doing a lot of stuff with Max Fluffy. I did merch with Max Fluffy, and when it was super great. And now I have even more contacts than when I started doing it with Max, like back in the day. So it's even more smooth now. Like it's just going.
I mean,
so...
I'm down.
Sure.
The only other piece of merch that I have in the process right now is that I'm getting a plush.
Yeah, I don't
made.
Do plush, so
which is
it will be hoodies, shirts,
handling that
stuff like that. Also, like one of the thing is that sadly I don't do the art, so I'll have to figure out what it is. If it is your thing, I mean, we can talk about it later, but
Yeah.
There is a lot of ways.
Contacts and then
I literally
licensing
did.
stuff and-
No, but that's fine. That's okay. I know how to handle that because I do that like for every drop I do because I do that with artists. But it's more like what you want because the thing that I mean, let's talk about it later. Let's answer the question anyway. The question: how is Aiden so cute? Why is both Aiden and Xav cute? How do you spell that? If you're talking about the merch, you can do !merch in the chat. And I actually have 2 drops running right now. The gradient drop and a drop for Christmas, which is like a knitted sweat pullover. It's really good. You should check, guys. I think we're cute because we are foxes, but might be open to.
They're trolling.
You're literally the cutest fox. I keep saying that,
cute.
but you're literally every time I talk about you, I'm like, Aiden is the cutest fox. Who is the most?
I'm
bottom?
not cute.
Anyways, Aiden, can you show Xav the eye tracking cube you made in Unity? He already showed me. I already know about that.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago.
But you still using it or?
I don't use that anymore.
Yeah,
No, I don't
yeah.
use it anymore because now I have the eye tracking. I like very rarely it comes in handy. But like I haven't filmed VR in like 3 months probably. So I feel like totally rusty on it. So I really want to get back into it. I'm basically waiting for the AMD to come out with its next chip in January, so I can get that and build a new PC for it. And then I'm gonna go off.
Let's go. I can't wait. And if you want to work together on that as well, I'm up. Which Spice Girl is Cilantro? You're gonna give him trauma. Stop talking about cooking.
No, so this is from a whiskey.
Okay.
We were doing Weakest
Okay.
Link, and it said, which Spice Girl is named after an actual spice? And I just looked at the camera, I was like, cilantro.
Oh my
Everyone
god.
just like, yeah,
This is the thing.
coriander for you.
I did the show. All of the questions there about American culture. I was a dumbass.
Yeah,
Literally a dumbass.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. What is Xav's fave soup?
Rum. Rum is
Rum?
obsessed with soup. What is your favorite soup? Rum soli in chat.
But
Rum is your favorite
alcohol.
soup?
Rum is alcohol.
It's no, I say Rum asked that question. Rum is
okay.
obsessed with soup in chat. As I say, you can have rum as your soup. That's fine.
My favorite soup actually is I think pumpkin soup. Like a lot of like different pumpkins, type of pumpkin. My husband is making them, and when he makes too much, so sometimes I'm a bit grumpy when he's like, let's go eat dinner, it's soup. I'm like, again pumpkin soup, but I love it. Like butter.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, like
Try it with sage butter, sweet pickled shallots, roasted pepita seeds, and if you like blue cheese, a little crumbled blue cheese.
I love blue cheese. I'm French.
Even or if you have like apple, like an apple juice reduction or an apple juice reduction,
Yeah.
also would be really good in there.
What is vor?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't eat me. What? More fucking soup again? Yeah, that's what I say to my husband when he makes soup. Try it with cooked sesame oil. What country you want to visit the most? Not America. So
I don't recommend
it. Yeah, it's not in my
That's
plans.
fine. I wouldn't want to do it either right now.
I think probably like Norway or Sweden for the mountains. I do montaining like alpinism, so I love mountains. Yep.
I think for me, it would probably be something like China or
Oh yeah, China.
China would be
chilling.
cool. I definitely want to do like France, Germany, Italy. That
You know
kind
where
of
to
region.
crash?
I would love to do like Norway and Denmark. England would be nice.
If you come to the Cologne region, you know where to crash. I have a pretty nice guest bed.
Stinky.
The Poland region.
Cologne,
coming
it's
on?
like a Cologne. Sure, but Cologne is the city I live next to.
I know.
Cologne.
I know.
Yeah. You're trying to
Poland.
riz me up.
Poland region.
You're trying to riz me up, but you forgot that I'm also the Rizzler. I'm gonna riz you up even more than you're trying to riz me up. We are both foxes. We are both foxes. You cannot do that to me. I'm just gonna do it again. Anyway, Cologne is fantastic. Cologne is the gayest city in Germany. You have to visit it. It's so nice. For real. I'm actually for real. Why is air fryer superior fryer? I don't think it is. I don't agree with
God.
this. I have a deep fryer with real oil and it's way better. tastes way better. When I do
Yeah,
French
it's because
fries,
it's not frying. Air fryers aren't frying anything.
yeah, it's like reheating and making it crusty.
It's an oven. It's an oven. It's an oven with a fan. It's a convection oven.
Listen to him.
This is something that drives me crazy, and they're trolling me because I know it. They know I hate it.
I hate it as well.
Frying
I'm a hater of it.
It's not a cooking technique. Air frying is not a cooking technique. You might as well say when you boil something, or you're water frying it.
Yeah, but that's in the mind of
Stupid.
people that say that. It's not my fault if they don't understand the superiority of deep frying instead of air frying. I thought
Deep
Hamburg
frying's
was the gayest
like,
though.
great.
Hamburg is kind of gay. Water is the best thing to fry with. Aiden wants an air fryer for Christmas. Why do we have the same joke?
You're
Also in my
trolling me.
in my chat, they say that as well to
You're
me.
trolling
They are
me.
like, we're gonna gift you an air
What,
fryer.
frying?
Yeah, because I hate it.
Why?
Because one day
Fair.
a friend was like,
That's funny.
"Oh, I'm gonna make some French fries," and he pulls out his air fryer. I thought I was gonna have a stroke. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And
It
then those
doesn't
fries,
bother me.
they were disgusting. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me if somebody's like, I'm gonna bake something and they pull out an air fryer. That's fine, because that's what you're doing. You're baking it or you're roasting it.
Yeah.
You're not freaking air frying it.
Oh my god. Ask Aiden about beef Wellington. Ask Aiden what's the best velvet cake recipe. Oh
God.
my god.
Can you guys stop trolling and
He's-
ask real questions? I know you gremlins are.
He said he didn't want it to have anything to do with cooking anymore, and you guys are just trolling him with recipe.
These are all things they know about me hating.
Oh my god.
I hate
Because
beef
you hate-
Wellington. I hate red velvet.
Why? Why though? What's
Well,
the...
red velvet's just crappy. I hate red velvet. It's
Okay.
just if you're gonna have chocolate cake, just have chocolate cake. It's better.
And the Wellington?
The best part of red velvet cake is the cream cheese frosting, which belongs on carrot cake like God intended. But beef Wellington is fine. It's nice. It's a fine dish. It's just it drives me nuts as from people who don't know about food.
Yeah.
Where they
And they
are
make it-
obsessed with beef Wellington as if it's like the god of all food. Like if you can make beef Wellington, you are a professional chef and you can do it. It's like, no.
Like a
If you
crepe?
know anything about cooking,
Yeah.
if you know anything about cooking, a beef Wellington is a antique, boring dish that tastes fine, but it's not any like. It's the most basic
okay.
thing. It drives me nuts. Ah.
It's okay. Aiden, it's okay. We don't have to talk about beef Wellington. I got a real question. What do
Oh,
you
Jesus.
like most about George? Oh, I feel like it's not a real question.
George is my friend. George is my cat.
And
George
is he
is
a
my
nice
friend.
cat? Or,
No, he's an asshole.
oh my god. All the people with cats that
He's a
I've
jerk.
talked to, like, Monty has a cat, also apparently an asshole, that sent him already to the hospital. It's crazy.
He's no, he doesn't. He's like a good cat. He's just not very like cuddly. He comes to me for food, and that's it. He hangs out near me.
The another question is, what's the weirdest gift you ever got?
Biggest gift I've ever got. I don't know.
Yeah?
Most of the gifts I get are pretty normal. I don't really get that many weird.
Yeah, same,
gifts.
same. I don't have any
Yeah.
idea. Sully has a question. How Aiden, a question. Do you plan any changement more or less soon on your model concerning the avatar, the non-color, the pattern, or even going into live 2D or else? It's a very nice question.
As far as like changing this model goes, this is newer. Like this model is newer.
Your
I don't know if
eyes.
you can like see my maw where it's my eyes. No, my eyes are the same actually, but I have the sparkles in the eyes, I guess. But yeah, but like my maw is a lot more detailed.
Yeah.
My tattoo, like here, it'll probably take a second for you guys to load, but like I can change it back to the old one.
Oh no, it's fairly quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Blah, blah,
texture.
blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, the texture's different. Like it's all the tattoos are a lot less crisp and nice, and the maw is really different. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's oh crap! Now I forgot which one it is.
Oh my god.
Cover the cross just in case. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah, no, I've had this model. I've had this character design since more or less 2008. So I'm probably
We
never
talked
gonna
about
change
it.
them. Like add
You
more color.
can-
I like my monochrome.
Yeah, I love it as well. It's very
I like being
unique.
on monochrome box. Yeah.
Very unique, yeah. And like this guy. Anyway, what do you cute foxes want for
Sully.
Christmas?
I'm not cute.
I stopped
Yeah, what do you want for
the
Christmas?
war. What do I want for Christmas? I think I have all the objects I need to have for work or whatever. Right now, my setup is pretty much like, okay, I don't need anything. I don't know. I want to see my family, which is what I'm gonna do.
That's fair.
I guess, yeah.
That's a good gift for yourself.
Because they live super far away, so of course I get to see them like only a few times a year. So I think it's good for me. I'm happy with that.
That'd be a good gift.
What about you, Aiden?
I don't want anything. I don't know. There's
You don't
nothing
know?
really.
Yeah,
I
it's
need
hard.
anymore. Like you said,
It's hard, yeah. I'm not very object
um,
guy. Like I don't care about objects that much. So
I mean,
I
I
just-
like objects. I like technology. I like playing with things, but it's like I don't need anything right now. So
yeah,
the
then
only
you have
thing I
too
really
much.
need more than anything is like the motherboard,
Oh yeah, this.
cooler, PSU, and stuff with a new PC. But I'm literally going to be buying that myself. So it's not that big of a.
You could have
deal.
done it during the Black Friday last week. There was a lot of like deals, but maybe.
I should have. Yeah. The CPU I want isn't out yet though. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think the best thing about receiving gifts is it's stuff that people want to give you that you would never expect that you like, kind of thing. That's why I just don't pay attention.
Mhm.
Like I'm excited to see what people want.
Yeah, same. Don't the French kiss everyone on both cheeks? Yeah, they used to do that before COVID, but now it's kind of dead. Yeah, we kiss people on cheeks. I mean, can still
I
do
would
it
be
if you want,
terrified
but
if somebody leaned in to kiss me.
I have a
when they met
weird
me.
story
Hi, nice
about
to
that.
meet you. I'd just be like,
I was in the UK
hand in
and
the face,
this
like, no.
exact thing happened. I had a friend, super gay friend, and I knew him very well. And so I was like, oh, and I kissed him on the cheeks and he pushed me. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. That's how we say hi
my
in
God.
France. Yeah, it was so funny. Oh my God. All the question with Ask Aiden, I'm kind of scared. Ask Aiden what keeps him inspired. Okay, now this is a nice question. Now that he's been full-time for 6 months, like since he accomplished so many goals, where does he aspire to?
my
Very hard
biggest goal
question.
right now that I want to get is I want to get a 100K button or a play button from YouTube.
Oh yeah, on
I
YouTube.
wanted that plaque on my wall.
How far are you right now?
That's my goal for YouTube. Like 26,000. So I got quite a ways to go.
Wow, this is gonna go
that.
fine. You do more.
Well, I mean, I need to start making stuff again. As far as like streaming goals, though, it's I don't know, just keep growing communities and keep coming out with new fun things. Like I want to get more involved in the community at large, hosting events, and I would love to do be like a guest of honor at a con. I think that would be a really cool thing to happen.
This would
like
be one of
doing,
my goals as
panels
well,
at cons. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Maybe one day, yeah.
Yeah, one day, hopefully.
Do you want a fursuit? Do you have a
goal-wise
fursuit?
for like,
I don't remember.
I do have a fursuit.
yeah.
It is getting refurbed right now to the point where I might actually wear it for once. But that's a long
I
story.
want to see it. Yeah, I think we talked about it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, it was a bad experience with the maker.
Yeah,
but do you know Shep Goes Blep, the artist?
Of course.
He's also Silly Comics.
Yeah, the silly guy.
Shep actually like messaged me. I showed him the suit and it was like, oh my God, you have to wear this suit. I was like, no, I had a bad experience. I was like, no, I'm gonna make my maker talk to you and you get it refurbed. I was like, I'm not sure. And all of a sudden, like, Chef's maker messages me. I was like about refurbing. I was like, okay, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. So
Yeah,
basically,
I mean-
Chef forced me into it more or less.
But you will not regret it. It's nice to fursuit. You will have fun about it
Yeah.
with it, I'm sure.
I'll have fun.
All right, we have another long question. Aiden, another question. Close your eyes. What advice would you, today's Aiden, would say to the past Aiden, years ago when you started streaming? What traps you went through, and you'd advise to avoid or anything? And Sully, another fox, says that you're cute and I bully you.
Oh, sir. What advice would I give to me starting out?
It's kind of hard. Even I'm thinking about me and I would not know what to say because I was not expecting anything. So, like,
Honestly,
have fun, I would say.
I've been really fortunate the amount of growth I've had. I feel like like obviously there's mistakes everyone makes along the way, but I feel like in most part, like I've been pretty fortunate that I don't feel like I've made any major missteps along the way. You know what I mean?
Apart from the merch, apparently that was like one of your regrets.
The merch, yeah, that's probably the big thing. Is like don't get with Agent Ink. That's probably the biggest thing. But yeah, I feel like the path I've kind of dug out for myself has been really smart and well planned, and it seems to be working well for me. And until that stops being the case, I don't think I need to change too much of how it, like, you always need to be evolving as a creator in general. So when you're talking about like a plan and not changing your plan includes change. Your plan includes
true.
Figuring out new stuff, keeping things fresh, and evolving with your content. When you stagnate, that's when stuff can kind of go downhill, and people tend to like leave off over time, and you're not gonna get as much of a new audience. But yeah, honestly, the biggest thing I would probably say is not do the merch thing. But I've been really, really fortunate and really, really like blessed with such an amazing community.
You deserve it, Aiden.
The amount of collabs and stuff, and
all deserved.
Reaching out, been great.
But it's hard to feel like you deserve something like this, but it comes from other people, I think you deserve it. You're a very nice guy. It's always nice to be around you, and I had a lot of fun doing the Friday Fuck Show again. And if I do a season 4, I'll make sure I find another subject that we can talk about for 2 hours, because I really like it.
100%.
Yeah. Now we're gonna start to eat up in your stream time. So maybe one more question, and then you can start your stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. What's the next long game you're thinking of playing by next? Question from Shifu.
I don't have any on the docket. Might be like a Demon Souls, or I do a lot of Souls games, so it might be Demon Souls. Armored Core's on that list, and I want to play.
All right.
But yeah, I've been
long
just
games then.
Flying by the seat of my pants. Yeah, I'm trying to do less long games. Actually, I'm trying to do more like 2-3 streams, maybe max. Games.
You should play Minecraft.
Like the longer you go.
Minecraft is great.
I need to. I haven't played it since like 2012, though.
I would love to see you play Minecraft.
I'll try. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do it for the 12 Days of Foxmas. I'll do a Minecraft day. I'll learn how to do it.
Yes. Yes. Let's do it. All right. That wraps this up. This stream will be on VOD on YouTube probably Thursday next week. That's usually when they come out. Thank you so much, Aiden, for being here today with me. Those 2 hours, they flew by extremely quickly.
I know. I was like, oh, are we wrapping up?
Yeah.
That's a sign of good conversation, though.
It's a sign of
goes by
super
fast.
good conversation. Yeah. If you like this stream, guys, you can follow, so you see more of me, and you can also follow Aiden, which if there is a mod that wants to shout out Aiden, because we are gonna raid him. Actually, just stay in the stream. He's gonna start his stream right now, and we're gonna get a raid directly on his foxy face. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching the Friday Fuck Show, season 3, episode 2. And I don't see you next week because I go on holidays for Christmas, but I see you Monday for a normal stream, and another Friday for another Friday Fuck Show. Thank you, Aiden. And
do you know your next guest yet? Or?
No.
Fair.
I kind of will see. I'm trying to contact guys. Oh my god, maybe they are watching. Mish, probably unlikely. Mish, the artist, very nice artist. Ooh. If you're watching the stream, I want to interview you on your chat, because I would love to interview artists as well. There is no way to contact Mish. There is no Telegram, nothing. If you're friends with Mish, and of course, not invasive. I'm not saying like DM Mish or whatever, but if you know them and you can arrange something that I can interview them on their chat, this is an artist that I really want to interview over here. Yes, Mish. So yeah, I've been trying to contact them for 2 weeks. It's not easy, and I understand they are extremely famous. Of course, they don't have anywhere that you can send them a DM, but I don't know, I'm shooting my shot. If you know them, if you're a friend with them, if you have contacts, whatever, I would like to interview them. So please tell them to send me a DM on Blue Sky or Twitter or whatever. Anyway, Thank you, Aiden. Take care, everyone. And I see you again on the next stream. And we're now going to raid Aiden. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.